Welcome to this interactive masterclass explainer. We're diving deep into the absolute core principles of modern marketing management. You know, if you've ever wondered how the world's most successful brands figure out exactly what you want, sometimes literally before you even know it yourself, well, you are definitely in the right place. So let's just jump right in. We're going to kick things off with a quick pop quiz to test your foundational knowledge. Just think about it for a second. What exactly is marketing management? Is it just, aggressive sales tactics? Or maybe just creating super catchy advertisements? Well, if you guessed the planning, implementation, and control of marketing activities, you absolutely nailed it. It's a highly rigorous, structured discipline. We're not just talking about pushing whatever a factory produces out the door. It's this comprehensive, top-to-bottom process that aligns an entire organization around creating genuine, true value for the customer. And honestly, you are so welcome, because we've taken a seriously intimidating 200-question exam spreadsheet and distilled the whole shebang down into this fast-paced, engaging explainer. We pulled out the absolute most critical concepts, the frameworks, the digital strategies, all so you can completely master the material without having to suffer through hundreds of rows of raw data. Okay, here's your game plan. We'll be hitting the foundations of modern marketing: understanding the target market, building brands and products, data-driven marketing research, and finally, the digital and AI frontier. Let's get to it. Section 1. Foundations of Modern Marketing. It is absolutely fascinating how much the underlying philosophy of business has shifted over time. We've moved way beyond the old production concept, which, was really just all about making things as cheaply and efficiently as possible and keeping your fingers crossed that people actually buy them. Today, the most successful companies operate under the societal marketing concept. The ultimate goal now is a tricky balancing act. You're building long-term customer relationships and delivering superior value, sure, but you're also making sure you're benefiting society's long-term interests. It's profits, plus customer satisfaction, plus societal well-being. Moving right along to Section 2, Understanding the Target Market. Time for another quick knowledge check. Do you know the exact steps a consumer takes before they actually pull out their wallet and buy your product? We often think shopping is super impulsive, right? But behind the scenes, the human brain is actually running through a very specific psychological checklist. It's a pretty linear process, and it goes like this. First, it starts with recognizing a problem or a need. Then, the consumer searches for information. They evaluate their various options or alternatives. They make that actual purchase decision. And finally, and honestly, this is the make or break moment for brand loyalty, they engage in post-purchase evaluation. Basically, they ask themselves, did this actually solve my problem? If yes, you've earned their loyalty. If no, they are gone. That brings us to Section 3, Building Brands and Products. Now that we understand exactly who we're selling to and how they make their decisions, how do we build something they actually want, and more importantly, will stay loyal to? Well, you execute your strategy using the foundational marketing mix, which you probably know as the 4 Ps. You take your product, pair it with the right price, figure out the distribution or place where they can easily buy it, and hit them with the promotion that grabs their attention. All 4 of these elements have to be perfectly aligned into one cohesive package if you want to win. And here's the real secret sauce. The key to making that product stand out in a sea of endless alternatives is building incredibly strong brand equity. Brand equity is not just having a cool logo, it's the deep trust and reputation built around a brand over time. It relies so heavily on emotional connections to shape how consumers perceive you. Think about it. When someone pays a massive premium for a specific smartphone or a fancy cup of coffee, they aren't just buying the item, they are paying for that brand equity. All right, let's jump into Section 4, Data-Driven Marketing Research. So how do you actually know if your brand positioning is working out there in the highly competitive real world? You can't just rely on a gut feeling. You literally have to measure it by mixing qualitative research with quantitative research. Qualitative research, things like focus groups and in-depth observational studies, explores the deep why behind consumer motivations. Quantitative research, on the flip side, provides the hard statistical data. It's the numbers, the surveys, the concrete proof. You absolutely need both the why and the what to get the full picture. Once you're armed with all that data, you can plug it into some truly foundational strategic frameworks. A SWOT analysis lets you assess internal factors, your strengths and weaknesses against external opportunities and threats. Meanwhile, a PEST analysis helps you zoom out and identify massive external environmental shifts, political, economic, social, and technological factors that are directly impacting your operations. Which perfectly tees up Section 5, the digital and AI frontier. Speaking of massive external environmental shifts, let's talk about the single biggest disruptor in the game today, the digital and AI frontier. This is exactly where modern marketing management transforms from a creative art into a highly sophisticated science. Let's test your digital instincts here. Why exactly are businesses abandoning traditional old-school mass marketing like giant billboards and broad TV commercials for digital channels? What's the real advantage? In a word, precision. Digital marketing gives you this almost unbelievable ability to target highly specific audiences with pinpoint accuracy. Instead of just broadcasting a message out to 1 million people and praying that maybe 1,000 of them actually care, you can target the exact 1,000 people who are actively searching for your solution right now. And of course, this has been driven largely by the massive explosion of mobile devices, keeping us connected 24/7. Now toss artificial intelligence into the mix and the capabilities become straight up staggering. We're talking automating repetitive tasks and providing 24/7 support using smart chatbots. We're talking using machine learning to serve up hyper-personalized product recommendations. I mean, just think about how Netflix or Amazon always seems to know exactly what you want next. AI can even predict customer churn before it happens. That means you can swoop in and save a relationship before the customer even leaves. Plus, it can automate content creation and instantly analyze the public sentiment of thousands of customer reviews. It's wild. And mobile marketing takes this precision even further through location-based services leveraging GPS. This tech is basically a bridge between the digital and physical worlds. It literally allows a brick-and-mortar business to ping a highly targeted, personalized discount offer straight to a customer's phone at the exact moment they physically walk near the store. It is incredibly powerful stuff. Okay, we've covered a massive amount of ground in this explainer, all the way from societal philosophy to AI algorithms. So let's wrap this up with one final, absolutely crucial question to see if we've really grasped the big picture here. At the end of the day, what is the actual point of all of this? The ultimate payoff of all this sophisticated tech, the AI, the massive data gathering, it isn't just about operational efficiency or saving a few bucks. It is entirely about driving increased customer satisfaction and building fierce, undeniable loyalty. When you personalize that customer journey, you make the customer feel truly understood and valued. And that brilliantly illustrates the core takeaway of everything we've talked about. Marketing fosters innovation by identifying and satisfying customer needs. You see, true marketing isn't about manipulation. It's not about tricking people into buying junk they don't want. It's actually the engine of innovation that solves real, meaningful human problems. So as you look at the brands you personally buy from, or maybe even the business you work for right now, I want you to ask yourself a critical question. Are they stuck in the past, just desperately trying to sell whatever it is they happen to make? Or are they truly listening to the data, using these modern tools, and actually creating what the market demands? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.